Leaks surrounding Xbox's next generation plans continue to trickle out, and it does look like they're looking to switch things up in a major way. So, what do they have in store? Well, let's break that all down, up next. What's going on, guys? It's Kalo, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and welcome to the Level Up. It's safe to say over the last few years, we've heard a ton about Xbox's next generation hardware plans, and that's all through various means. Over the years, it's been a mix of official announcements and non-official leaks, and let's not forget those legal documents that really gave us a nice peek behind the curtain. But the more we slowly peeled back the layers that surround Xbox, the more it's looking like they're looking to take a brand new approach with its next set of Xbox hardware that we really haven't seen before. We already know by their words they are indeed working on multiple new consoles, and one of which being the largest technical leap forward in a home console, which is a great prospect, but again, execution is key. And let's not forget the various iterations of handheld consoles, and one of which is actually releasing this year, and that's all through a partnership with Asus. Xbox will no doubt learn from that experience alone, and are really looking to weave everything together for their next generation platforms, whatever they may be. And the singular prospect that does loom over all this is the use of an Xbox OS, which would spawn this PC/home gaming console hybrid. This is why we've seen Xbox really lean into this play anywhere mentality, which does basically mean if you buy your game on the Xbox, you'll own that same game on the PC or anywhere else you decide to play it. But this all begs the question, if they are indeed doing this play anywhere thing, how on earth will they make that experience more seamless, especially when talking about gaming on a phone or tablet? To that, I look to the thing that kind of steers the ship overall, being the controller you might be using right now. And this report comes to us from PC Gamer, which expands on the words of Jez Corden on the Xbox 2 podcast. Quote, in the Xbox Focus podcast, Xbox 2, Windows Central's Jez Corden revealed that there are currently 3 Xbox controller prototypes in the works. The first controller prototype talked about in the latest podcast is a, quote, basic, cheaper controller like standard ones we have now. Corden says the new basic controller has, quote, some next-gen enhancements, but gives no words to what those specifically mean. The mid-range choice of the 3 controller prototypes is codenamed Sebel, and it leaked all the way back in 2023. Not much information was given here, but it is suggested to take up a similar price point to the Xbox Elite Core. Corden then says there will be an Elite controller, which will be the cream of the crop price-wise. Notably, the most interesting inclusion in this report is Xbox's straight-to-Wi-Fi cloud support for 2 of the controller prototypes, which could make cloud gaming more viable for some, especially for latency-sensitive games. The article continued, instead of connecting your controller via Bluetooth, Corden says, then your phone sending your controller signal up to the cloud, which adds a few milliseconds of latency, your controller will directly connect to your router as a Wi-Fi connection. So, in a perfect world, if this goes as smooth as previously described, Xbox can really hammer home a seamless experience across all the platforms they wish to exist on. Console, PC, and mobile platforms will all have the same controller, and it'll all be able to switch back and forth with the press of a button. And the one thing I personally like about this idea is having various tiers of controllers to offer up to consumers. They will have those budget options which will give you more of a mass appeal to the general audience. Then you slowly creep up the ladder to the enthusiast levels of gaming, and that's all with this supposed Elite Series 3 controller. And from all that and the stuff we already know about like haptic feedback and gyro control, this is all gonna take that Xbox controller over the top for me. But with all that being said, I'm gonna pass it off to you guys. What do you think about all this? But that about does it here. I've been Kalo, I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming, and if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and this has been the Level Up.